All right, Shelley, thank you for coming and looking forward to leading you in a meditation today. So one of the great benefits of meditation is that it can help us manage our stress and also, get a broader perspective on the challenges and tests that we face in life. So it's really great as we prepare to meditate to just affirm peace inside of us and all around us, and to just carry that seed of peace with us, that maybe candle flame of peace with us everywhere we go, so that when we sit to meditate, we can help fan the flame and help keep this feeling growing inside of us. And so a great part of meditation, or one of the benefits, is that as we watch the breath, um, in its natural movement in and out, it naturally slows down. And when the breath slows down, our mind slows down as well. So when we watch the breath, we watch it without control. And in the technique that we'll learn today, Hong Sa, we'll also be watching it without control. And this is different from pranayamas, which are energy control techniques with the breath. But the natural feedback loop of calming the mind and calming the breath comes from just letting the breath flow naturally. So when we let the breath flow naturally, it may begin to become more deeper and more prolonged, or it may become more shallow. But either way, it's a good sign. And in order to watch the breath with focus and concentration, we're going to notice where in the nose we feel the breath the strongest. So it may be around the tip of the nostrils, or maybe higher up in the nose. But let's just practice feeling the breath, noticing where we can feel it the strongest in our nostrils. So we'll sit up in a meditative posture, raising the chest and letting the hands rest on the thighs. And we'll gaze upward towards the spiritual eye and begin to breathe in and out through the nose, and just notice the sensation of your body breathing in this moment. And just we'll do about 10 rounds, just so you can really feel your body relaxing and your breath relaxing and your mind relaxing all together. And see where you feel the breath the clearest in the nose, and keep your focus there as the breath comes in. Watch it pass that point in the nostrils. And as the breath goes out, watch it pass that point again. And with each breath, feel as though you're inhaling peace. And as you exhale, feel as if you're exhaling stress and worry. And if at any time the breath or the mind wanders, just bring it back to that concentrated point in the nostrils. Okay, so when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So thank you. How did you feel? Were you able to follow the breath with your concentration?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. So to go into the technique of Hong Sa, we have to learn a few different techniques, or a few different things about the Hong Sa technique. First, Hong Sa is a mantra that means I am Hong, and Saw, spirit. So it's affirming a higher reality for ourselves and helping us connect to a greater reality. And it's also has a powerful vibration behind it. And this vibration has the power of transformation. So along with watching the breath, it can really bring us into a deep place and help transform us spiritually. And one more thing that might be helpful is that it's also an auditory sound. Hong is the natural sound of the body breathing in, and Saw is the natural sound of the body breathing out. So if you're an auditory learner, that might be helpful to tune into as you're breathing. So Hong, Saw mantra is practiced just as we're breathing naturally. So as we breathe in, we just chant the sound Hong without moving our lips, jaw, or tongue. We would just hear the sound inwardly and chant it inwardly, mentally. Hong on the in-breath, and then Saw on the out-breath. And we wouldn't control the breath. So it'd be Hong on the in-breath, and Saw on the out breath. And if there's any pauses between the breaths, don't rush it. Begin chanting as soon as the breath goes on its own accord. And so we'll practice it in a minute, but there's one more layer, which is the movement of the forefinger. So this is helps us anchor in the body as well as while we practice. So on the in-breath, Hong, where you curl the index finger slightly towards the palm. And on the out-breath, Saw, we gently extend the forefinger outward. And this is also symbolic of offering the little self into offering the little self into spirit as we breathe. So let's practice just for about 2 minutes. So we'll begin by watching the breath, and then we'll add the mantra Hong Sa, and then we'll add the forefinger. So sit up again in a nice meditative posture. Connect back in with the breath, breathing smoothly in and out. You can close your eyes, gaze upward at the point between the eyebrows. Just take a few calming breaths in and out, just to get relaxed again. Tune back into a feeling of peace within you and all around you. Let the breath flow of its own accord. And you might visualize waves crashing on the shore. As you breathe in, the waves roll in. And as you breathe out, the waves get pulled back out to sea. Now we'll add the mantra Hong Sa. So on the in-breath, as the breath flows in, begin chanting Hong mentally. And as the breath flows out, begin chant Saw mentally. You might listen for the sound Hong on the in-breath and Saw on the out-breath. Continue practicing without controlling the breath, letting the breath get smoother, slower, and softer. Continue to watch the breath as well in the nose at the point where you feel it the strongest. And now we'll add the layer of the forefinger movement. So as you breathe in, gently curl the forefinger in towards the palm, Hong. And as you breathe out, chant the mantra Sa and gently extend the forefinger away from you. And continue practicing for another 6 rounds on your own. Feeling the transformational power of this practice. Bringing your mind back whenever it wanders to the breath in the nose and to the mantra Hong Sa. Okay, great. So now you can open your eyes. How was that? Were you able to add all those layers of the Hong Sa technique?
Yeah, that's good. Thanks.
Okay. Okay, I'm glad. So there's one more part of a full meditation, which is the expansion stage. So everything up to the Hong Sa technique and through the Hong Sa technique is the getting there part of meditation. And then when we get to the expansion stage, we stop watching the breath and we just fix our gaze at the point between the eyebrows, and we allow, the identification with the body, the identification with the breath, just to dissolve as we really experience and feel into this expansion that is true meditation. And something that I think is just a general benefit for us all is that when we focus our gaze upward and our energy is awakened in meditation and it's brought upward, this is also the prefrontal lobe of the brain, besides its esoteric um, meaning of the spiritual eye. It strengthens our intuition, it strengthens our brain power and concentration. So really it's just an amazing physiological and spiritual experience to just have all of our energy and focus up here at the brain. But it really does like loosen loosen our identification, so we're able to expand beyond the body. So there's benefits, spiritual and physical, in this practice of expansion. And to go into it, we're just going to be in Hong Sa meditation, and then we're going to exhale 3 times. And we're going to leave the breath out for as long as we feel to, and then we'll breathe in, but we'll stop watching the breath. And that's when we'll go into expansion stage. And it's really helpful, especially if we've been practicing meditation and we know that Hong Sa brings us the quality of peace. We focus on peace and meditation. When we go into the expansion stage, we can really expand greater into that feeling of peace. Peace is one of 8 superconscious qualities, but we'll just focus on peace today. And so yeah, now we're gonna do about a 8-minute practice of meditation. So we will begin again by sitting upright and relaxing the body. And we'll inhale, we'll keep our eyes closed, but we'll practice 2 preliminary techniques, one for relaxing the body and one for relaxing the mind. So we'll just breathe naturally, settling into our seat, feeling the weight on our cushion, on our chair. And then we'll double inhale and tense the body completely, tensing, and then double exhale through the mouth and nose, relax the body completely. And we'll do that 2 more times. Tensing, hold in the tension, and then double exhale, relax completely. And one more time, double inhale and tense. And double exhale and relax. So all the tension in our shoulders, in our belly is dissolving. And now we'll do the technique, breathing technique, triangle breath to relax the mind. So we'll inhale to a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, and exhale to a count of 4. So begin inhaling, 2, 3, 4, hold, and exhale. And inhale, hold, and exhale. One more time, inhale, hold, and exhale. And now you can continue to do 4 more rounds on your own, either keeping the count of 4 or lengthening it to a count of 6 or a count of 8, whatever feels right to you. Okay. When you're done with the last round of equal count breathing, just begin to watch the breath wherever you feel it in the nose and let the breath flow naturally in and out. And feel as if you're going into a deep state of peace, relaxing completely. Keeping your gaze uplifted to the point between the eyebrows, but keeping your focus on the breath in the nostrils. Now we'll add the mantra Hong Sa. So as you inhale, as the breath flows in of its own accord, mentally chant Hong. And as the breath flows out on its own, mentally chant Sa. Feel the power of this mantra guiding you in this practice. This ancient practice of watching the breath. Now we'll add the movement of the forefinger to help ground the body in this practice too. So as you inhale and chant Hong, gently curl the forefinger in towards the palm. And as you exhale and chant Sa, gently release the finger out. Whenever you feel the mind wander, gently bring it back to the sensation of the breath in the nose and to the feeling of relaxation and peace that comes through this practice of Hong Sa. The simple practice of watching the breath with calmness and focus. Now we'll take an inhale, and on the exhale, exhale 3 times. Hold the breath out for as long as it's comfortable. Then breathe in on your own accord, but let go of watching the breath. Just gaze upward at the point between the eyebrows and tune in to a feeling of peace in your body, a feeling of peace within you and all around you. And as we expand into this state of peace, feel space all around, a million miles ahead, behind, left, right, above and below. Feel the quality of peace in this space and expand your being in all directions, becoming one with this peace. And we'll end the practice by a deep inhale and a deep exhale, coming back into the body, coming back into the room. You can open your eyes. Okay. How was that experience? Were you able to
It's
feel
lovely.
peace?
Yeah.
I'm so glad. Well, so now going forward, now that you've had an experience of meditation, I recommend that you pick a time every day, even if it's just 5 minutes, to meditate. And quality is more important than quantity. So if you can find a time every day, it will really strengthen the habit of meditation, and you'll begin to observe the profound transformative um, benefits of meditation. So thank you so much. And
Thank you.